Spells are cards in Angry Birds 2 that have their own special abilities. And as you can see, I barely use these things. But that's going to change, because in this video, we'll be talking about every spell, and at the very end of this video, I'll be ranking these spells from first to last. That's all I really have for the intro, so let's get right into it. Whoa, there's so much more room in these types of videos. Anyway, hey guys, before we actually start talking about what each spell does, here are some good things to know about spells in this game. Oh wow, and I can spell. This is awesome. Huh? Spells will only be added to your already existing flock if you select the ones you want before starting a level. You have the option to do this in the first 2 levels of the daily challenge, and all world map levels that aren't boss fights. Unfortunately, you don't have this option anywhere else. A little fun fact though, back in the early days of Angry Birds 2, you actually had the option to select spells before an arena battle, but you can't do that anymore. And you guys might be asking, how do you even unlock spells in the first place? Well, you unlock spells from playing levels on the world map. You unlock the Golden Ducks after beating level 10, Blizzard after beating level 11, Hot Chili after level 19, Pig Inflator after level 30, and Mighty Eagle after level 60. Once you unlock a spell, you're able to get them from common and rare chests, whether that's 1 or 3 of a single spell. You can also get random spells when playing runs on the Tower of Fortune. And from Wonderworld. Bro, this pig makes me so mad. Watching a wheel spin cannot be that fun. And each time you select a spell in the battle, the number decreases. Crazy, right? Now that we've explained all of that, let's get started with the first spell on this list, which are the Golden Ducks. This is the first spell you unlock in the game, and shortly after you launch it, it starts raining ducks all over the place. This spell does a really good job of covering a lot of surface area, as it usually hits every structure on the map. However, these ducks are pretty weak, and you definitely shouldn't count on them to strike a stage, because they almost never do that unless you get very lucky. Sometimes they knock structures over, and other times, not so much. It really just depends. Blizzard. When you launch a Blizzard spell, every block on the map turns into ice. And on top of that, the entire stage starts to shake a bit, causing structures to fall down on their own. In a lot of cases, this spell can actually strike stages, which is just crazy to me. I'm pretty sure this spell got a huge buff at some point, because I remember when this spell used to not make structures fall over, and only turn them into ice and do nothing else. Ha ha ha! Now here's a guy who makes awesome YouTube videos. I could watch Nate Loves Grass all day if I wanted to. Oh, I'm back. What's up, Pirate Pig? Huh? Thank you so much for volunteering to be part of a Blizzard clip. You're gonna have so much fun. Yo, what? I did not sign up for this. Yeah, you did. You'll do great. Oh, poop. Huh. Wait, is that an ice cube in a slingshot? Everyone needs to unsubscribe from this guy right now! Oh. I'm alive! I really thought I'd end up like 4-Man Pig with Durag from a couple months ago. Hot Chili. This one is a lot different from the other 2 we just talked about. When you launch a Hot Chili spell, this spell chooses any pig at random to catch on fire and eventually explode. It's a lot like an Angry Pig if you think about it. A tip I have for this spell though, is that you shouldn't really be using it at the start of a stage, especially if there are multiple structures. Instead, if you get unlucky and there's a singular stray pig left, this is the perfect spell to get you out of that situation. Pig Inflator. Alright, this is the weirdest spell on the list by far. When launching a Pig Inflator spell, most pigs on the map are shot with this ray gun, and as a result, they inflate into a much larger size. Well, at least that's what it's supposed to do. You see, this spell is so inconsistent, and you don't even know what's gonna happen almost every time. Not every pig is shot with the ray gun, but you don't know which ones won't be hit in the first place. And then secondly, some pigs just die before they can even inflate, but you can't tell which pigs actually do that either. And then you have the pigs that actually follow what the spell is intended to do towards them. It's all such a big mess, and I don't think they were actually trying to make an effective spell when creating this. When this spell actually does its job though, It can cause a structure to lose its balance and fall down. But man, this spell is so random. And now, we can talk about the last spell in this game, which is the Mighty Eagle. You guys might recognize this spell from the original Angry Birds games, or from this clip. Anyway, it's pretty cool that Mighty Eagle is in Angry Birds 2 as well. If you guys have played just a little bit of Angry Birds before, you already know what this does. Yep, it's all over. This is the one thing you use in this game when you just don't want to play a certain stage. I have nothing else to say about the Mighty Eagle spell. It's that simple. And there you have it. Those are all 5 spells in Angry Birds 2. And now, here are my personal rankings of each spell, from first to last. This is my own personal opinion, but feel free to talk about my rankings in the comments, and your own rankings as well. And one more thing, a special someone now has their own creator code. Yep, that's right. I now have an Angry Birds 2 creator code that you can use in-game. So if you're thinking about spending money on some of the worst offers I've ever seen in a mobile game, consider using code NateLovesGrass. It's a way to help me out and show some support, and it makes Rovio a little less greedy. At least I hope. So it's a win-win situation. If you don't want to use my code, you definitely don't have to. But please, don't give all your money to Rovio, and at least use someone's creator code. I'll put some other Angry Birds creators up on the screen that have their own codes as well. And just know that creator codes expire every 7 days when using them, so don't forget to renew it every time this happens. Hopefully I'll be able to have my own code in this game for a very long time, and it's so cool that I can see my own name have a code in this game. It wouldn't be possible without all of you watching right now. So, thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.